The bitch is back. Hey guys, what is up? What is going on? Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Welcome on in. Welcome on back. It has been a hot minute. I feel like it's not bright enough. And I have all these lights on and it's still not like, I don't know. Today we're gonna do a very nude euphoria kind of look. I did a TikTok the other day that I really loved. I loved the way the look came out. I'm gonna use a little less glitter, but I'm still gonna use some jewels and things of that sort. And we're gonna catch up, talk about what's been going on. If that's something that you're interested in, let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I am filming on my old camera. My new camera that I bought is broken, which is infuriating because I think I got to use it twice and it is no longer working now, which is just kind of my luck, you know, kind of how it's going. I have already primed my face. I use the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base that I always use. This is a really good primer. I have oily skin. This works really well for me. It doesn't make me feel like I have an oil slick on my face. So today we're throwing it back. This is the palette that started it all. This is the Be Perfect Carnival XL Pro palette. This is one of my favorites. So freaking good. It has every color that you could ever possibly need. Nudes, colorful shades, shimmers. It has highlighters over here. This is what we're gonna use today. I'm gonna be focusing mostly on this right here. That's what I used for my TikTok, and that's what we're gonna use today. I also think I'm gonna throw in a little bit of this Poly Cosmetics pigment. This is in the shade Libra. It's like a super golden, as I drop it. It's just like a golden white pigment. Okay, let's get into it. Priming my eyes, I'm gonna use my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I use this every single time that I do my eyes. It's very good. I have oily eyelids and veiny eyelids. This works. Go get it. Use it. I'm using this Deluxe Crease Brush by Real Techniques. It used to be so put together. I used to have all my brushes clean. Not anymore. I don't know what's been going on with me, but I'm just like bleh. I'm feeling like I just don't want to do anything. I don't want to do things that I enjoy, that I used to enjoy doing. You know, I used to enjoy doing my makeup, and every time I would think about doing it, I kind of just would be like, ugh. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. Which is sad because it was such a therapeutic experience for me. So I'm trying to reclaim that energy. So the first shade that we are going to go in with, which brush should I use for this? From the Morphe Ariel collection. This is an A16. It's just an angled flat brush. And I'm going to use, I don't even remember what I used. I'm going to use this shade right here. Oh my god, how it's so big. I'm going to use this shade right here called Intuition. It's deep chocolatey brown. And I'm going to kind of just carve out the shape that I want this eye look to be. So I have like, I don't even know if it's hooded, I don't know if it's deep set, but you see how this kind of just like folds over and I have a low hanging brow. So I kind of like to do this to give myself a fake eye shape. Kind of helps open my eye a little bit. So I'm going to keep my eye open. I'm being super light-handed and kind of just like stamping. So yeah, I've been a little MIA. And it's gotten to the point where like I almost don't come back anymore just because I've been gone for so long, and to go through, like I've been putting it off for so long that it's stressing me out to even think about going back and just dealing with it. Kind of just collecting myself. It's been a little rough. I mean, we've all had a rough 2 years. Let's be honest, we've all had a very rough 2 years. But I kind of just like fell off the wagon. You know, I kind of just didn't want to do things anymore that like made me happy, and I don't really know like why. I mean, I can guess. We all can take a guess, but I've been in like a weird funk the past few months where I've kind of just felt like garbage. So I didn't want to come on here and like bring that energy on here. So I've kind of just been trying to get back into it, and then what's annoying is every time I would try, I'd use my other camera and it would break. So I'd be like, is this just like a sign to stop? Is that what I'm being told right now? So I'm sorry for my disappearance, but it's been rough. So you guys can see I just kind of connected this and gave myself, you know, a little bit of a shape, and we're gonna work from the shape out. I'm gonna go ahead and do it to the other eye, which is the eye that I have a hard time with. Can never get these eyes to match. That's where I'm working a lot. It's been like pretty stressful at work. So that was part of it. It's just been like, you know what it is? It's just like I'm stressed out and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to do about it. You know, it's like I've been grinding my teeth a lot, been having a lot of back issues because of the stress. My eye's been twitching. Like it's been a rough few months. And I feel kind of like stuck, which I know is never the case. You know, I know that we all are in charge of our own lives and we can do whatever we want, but I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't feel like that. It looks a little silly right now, but we're just kind of laying the template down for what we want to do. This is the shade that we want to do. And feel free to be as messy as you want because, I mean, I'm going to go in and cut the crease just because I want like a very sharp lid. I don't even know what I'm saying. Don't listen to me, do whatever you want. So the next brush that I'm going to take is also from the Morphe Aerial collection. This is an A7. It's kind of like a pointy pencil brush, and I'm gonna take this basic shade right here. It's a little bit more warmer than the one that I just used, and I'm gonna focus it right on where I drew. And I'm trying to get that gradient. The thing that I love about this palette is that all of these shades are so buttery and like creamy and they work so well together. So like I said, I'm just trying to focus this on the line that I drew with that intuition shade. So once you're happy with the gradient that you have here, I'm actually going to go in with that intuition shade again just to like reinforce it. I'm worried that I lost it. I'm going to go in with this fade color right here. It's just a really light brown, and I'm going to take that on this fun little brush. This is a Sigma E36. It's like a super small blending brush, and I'm going to take that on the edge of that basic shade that we just laid down. Being pretty light-handed with it. I also feel like nothing new with makeup like has been happening either. Like it's just been like a very weird time where like nothing's going on. I've been looking to get some new stuff from like Ulta and Sephora, but like nothing new is out or like worth trying. It's a very uninspiring time. I think that's the best way to put it. So I'm gonna take this P. Louise base. This is in the shade Rumor 01, and I'm gonna carve out the like inside of this shape. So this is I usually use my Anastasia brush, but I'm gonna use this one today. This is the Morphe Aerial again. This is an A18. It's like a stiff, short brush, and I'm just gonna clean this up. Really nothing fancy. I just want to have a nice strong contrast. And then I'm just doing like a very thin layer. And then once I hit the outer corner, I'm just kind of like feathering it out. So the next thing that I'm gonna do, now that I have all this cut out, I'm gonna take this white Pillow Talk shade. This is just a bone matte white shade. Mess. I just dug my fingernail into the black shade. Control Alt Delete myself. And I'm going to take that on this Morphe M421, just a flat shader brush, and I'm going to focus this only on like the inner section. And I like using the white here on the lid because again, it makes that contrast like 10 times more apparent. I'm gonna take this flat shader brush again, angled, and I'm just gonna take some of that intuition shade and just like drag it in because we want to go for another gradient on the outer corner. And then I'm gonna take basically all the same brushes that I used before and with the same colors. I'm gonna take this one again with that basic shade, which is the warmer color, and I'm gonna focus that out here. And again, we're just gonna bring it in. I'm gonna go on the other eye. Just mess around with it so that it's to your liking. And then I'm gonna go in with that fade shade again with that little brush. And I'm gonna mesh this with that white shade that I put down. And I'm keeping my eye open just so that I know what it looks like when my eyes open. I used to do like things like this with my eyes closed, and then it would look totally different once my eye was open. So I've learned from my mistakes. I like the way that that looks. I'm going to, what am I gonna do? Before I do anything, I'm just gonna draw a little line. I'm gonna line my upper eyelid with this liner. This is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist liquid liner. Try to make it as thin as possible, but we all know how that goes. Never works. It always ends up being not as thin as you anticipated. I'm not doing a wing or anything fancy, I just want a line, so that when I put my lashes down, you know, it looks a little better. And then I'm gonna do the thing that everyone hates. I'm gonna tight line up here. Okay, before we do anything else, I think I want to add some jewels. So these are just off Amazon. These are just like plain white jewels. And I'm gonna place some, I think, around my like brow area. I'm gonna take my House of Lashes glue and I'm kind of just gonna spot and dot it. I really should have done my brows before this. And that's on impulse control, friends. I'm gonna try to do my eyebrows. I can't believe I'm such a moron and forgot to do them before I did this. And then I'm gonna apply some mascara and then I'll be right back. So I'm kind of dumb because I just realized I didn't put any makeup on my face, and I put these jewels on and now I have to put the makeup on. Learn from my mistakes. So for face, I'm going to take this Armani Luminous Silk foundation in the shade 7. I've been loving this foundation. I see why everyone talks about it, why everyone raves about it. I'm going to take it just on a sponge. I have oily skin and this foundation works well for me, even though it has luminous in the name. I don't usually go for anything that says luminous because I'm already luminous. Now that that is on, I'm gonna go in with my favorite concealer, my I don't freaking know how to say it. Ultra Wear All Over Concealer in the shade 215. I use this all the time. It's really good. It's another product that kind of just looks like skin. I heard this thing that you're supposed to let your concealer like sit for a little bit before you blend it out. Have you guys ever done that? Have you heard that? I don't really know if it makes a difference. Oh my god, you can like see. Embarrassing. And before I set, I have these two cream products that I want to go in with. One is a liquid blush, and then this is just a cream concealer, cream contour. This is the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Amber. Now, I have heard from various connoisseurs of makeup, the best way to apply this is not through the bullet, but to just put it on a brush, and to then take that brush and apply it as you, like in the spots that you normally would. Because the bullet makes it harder to blend out the product. Because the product in the bullet is really good, it's just, you know, hard to blend out, and I'm loving the way that looks. I've been doing this a lot recently. I've actually not used my Huda one, which is my favorite, my Tantour recently, because I've been loving the way that this one looks. It's a very, like, gray contour, which makes it look more like a shadow and less like I'm just drawing a line on my face. And then I'm actually gonna also hit my nose. I'm gonna take this Morphe M433 brush, and I'm gonna go like this and just hit my nose. I feel like this is a great product to use to contour the nose because it's that gray shade, you know, that really looks like a shadow. So it's really gonna make it look snatched. And then the last cream product I'm gonna use is this Say cream blush in the shade Rosy. I'm just gonna place it back here. Use the flat side. Just blend it out. I love this product because you can add as much as you want and it's always gonna blend out. I used to hate cream products because I was an oily gal. I mean, I still am. But now I've found that oily products are not the enemy, as I once thought they were. This is the One Size Translucent Setting Powder. This is an amazing setting powder. I'm just gonna pat this one more time. grab this e.l.f. small tapered brush and apply a little bit of setting powder. I'm also gonna hit like the nose and like right down the T-zone. And now that that is set, I'm gonna go in with my bronzer and my blush. This is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blends Natural Radiance Bronzer in the shade 30. And then this is the e.l.f. Always Rosy Primer Infused Blush. Both are really good, both are from the drugstore. I'm actually going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to put some of this aligner in my waterline. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil. It is the black one. I've talked about these before. I love them. You can use them all over your face, for your eyes, your lips. Oh my god, ow. And then I'm actually going to take this Poly Cosmetics pigment, this Libra pigment, and I'm going to put this in the inner corner. I'm going to take this Morphe M431, which is like a pencil brush. When I did this look, I put like chunky glitter in the inner corner, but I don't think I want to do that today. So we'll just settle for this pigment. I'm going to take this flat shader brush. This is the Morphe Ariel A19. This is a great collection, by the way. I have another video where I talked about these brushes. These are great. If you can get your hands on them, definitely do it. I'm actually going to take the black and I'm going to push it up against. Then I'm going to go in with that basic shade on the same fluffy brush. Oh my god. Got that right in my eye. Ow. Okay, and then I think the last step is lips. My classic combo that I use all the time is this Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Wherever Wanna, and then my favorite Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Unbutton. Oh, and by the way, the lashes that I used are these new Molten lashes. This is in the style Firecracker. I'm like holding this up as if the lashes are in. It's a new style called Firecracker, and I'm loving the way that they look. So I'm gonna apply this. Now I'm going in for my final step, of course, which is just to bring back my birthmark. I like to use just like a eyeliner. I feel like I should probably change my shirt. This is the final look, the final Euphoria inspired nude eye look. When I first did this, I loved the way it came out, and I love the way it came out again. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much again for being so patient with me. I know it's been a while since I've been back here, but it's been hard. And I'm slowly but surely trying to get back into the swing of things. So if you like this video, make sure to show some love, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you here on this channel. And that is all for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.